Are you sick to death of not being able to hit your iron shots correctly, not hitting them towards a target and not hitting them a very long way at all? In today's video, we're going to help you do just that and get good at golf. Guys, my name's James. Welcome back to Get Good at Golf. If you want to do just that, make sure you do hit that subscribe button below. So you can see here, we've got around 140 yards, 135 to the front flag. And the key for me here is to think, right, can I compress this golf ball? Can I get a nice straight ball flight and can I get it close to the flag? If I do those three things correctly, I'm going to be very, very pleased with myself. But so many golfers struggle with this. And I've got a pitching wedge in my hands, and the first thing I see is a golfer that has a pitching wedge with the ball position of a hybrid or even a 3-wood, because if that's the case, you'll see, oh, well, I've hit that. That's okay. It's in the air. It's not going to do too bad. Oh no, it's 20 yards short. 20 yards short and left, which is what we see quite often with golfers with lofted irons in their hands. And there's nothing more annoying than that. So I've just hit a really good drive off the tee. Now I want to capitalise. So how do I do that? Because, okay, the first thing I'm going to change is the ball position. The ball position I want in the middle of my stance, maybe just back of centre. You can use your club to gauge exactly where that is. If you're practicing on the driving range, I'd recommend putting something like this down so that you have a nice consistent ball position, because consistency is going to be key as to the ball flight that you're going to get and how good you can possibly get. From there, I want to make sure my handle is forward. So if I had a club on the ground here, the handle would be crossing over, the head would be on the right-hand side of the club and the handle on the left. If all those things are correct, there's one more thing I need to do to compress this iron properly. And what happens when we get compression on a golf ball? Because we hear it kind of banded around a lot. We know that generally it's going to be a little bit of a lower flight and generally it should go a little bit further because that static loft is being lowered dynamically. But that's not the only thing that happens. Because we are compressing the ball and because we have that forward shaft lean, the club face isn't rotating as much. So it's a lot easier to hit that ball consistently with a square club face to your target. So it's a lot easier to be more consistent and a lot easier to hit straighter, more accurate golf shots. So from here, if I now have that ball in the right position, I have the handle forward and I load up to the top of the backswing, all I want to do is make sure I get plenty of rotation with the hips so that as I get to that moment of impact, my left hip's rotated a long way around. It almost feels like someone's got my back pocket and pulling that back pocket back so that my left bum cheek works around, the handle's forward, and from there I can compress the ball. So all we have to do now is put that into practice and you can see a much better strike, a lovely divot just after impact, and oh yeah, that ball is now 10 feet from the flag at the right distance. So two very similar looking golf swings potentially, but two very different outcomes, both with the turf interaction and of course the most important bit where the ball's finished. Guys, a really quick one for you there today, but hopefully that's going to help you compress the golf ball better, hit more greens in regulation and get good at golf.